Hello, my name is Daniel Bullen and I am here with you today to go over another tutorial in C#. So in this one, I'm going to show you how to do input and output for strings, and I'm also going to recap numbers as well. So let's make a start. So let's say we've got another two tasks to do. So in my previous video, I've introduced you to inputs and outputs and the different types of operators. So I've gone over with you arithmetic operators, and I've gone over how to do inputs using integers and floats for all the different numbers, and we've done it for all of the for some of the different situations. But in most of these cases, it is basically working out the area and volume or circumference of different shapes and a perimeter. So today we're going to be doing tasks 10 and 11. So what we need to do for number 10, we need to write a program that has 4 variables of type string. They should be called first name, middle name, full name. We need to prompt the user to enter the name, which is similar to the format below. So this is what we need to be entering in here. Once the information has been entered, it should display the appropriate text, similar to what we got below, saying how many letters our name has and how many is in each word. Okay, so let's break it down. So we've got our template code, which we're going to use. So what we need is string, full name, string, first name, string, middle name, and string, last name. Easy. Then what we need to do is, to do output, we need console.writeLine, so capital W, capital L. Brackets, we're going to ask the user, enter your first name, and we're going to do semicolon. Then what we're going to do, we're going to do first name equal to convert dot to string. So capital T, capital S. And then we're going to do console dot read line like we did before in the previous video. And that is how we do that for a string. So it would be a good idea to test it. We won't be able to output anything, but it's always good to test. Okay, so let's say I'm just going to enter my first name. It works. We've been able to enter our first name. Don't worry about any of these so far. We haven't used these. But what all this means is we've got the variables declared, but we've never actually used them. What we can do, we know that works. So we can just copy that over and paste it. So I'm going to call that one middle name. And I'm going to call this one last name. And I'm going to go in here, say middle, and here, say last. And that's what we got. So what we'll need to do is we will need to concatenate our string. So we've got full name equals first name plus middle name. And what I'm going to do plus last name rather than surname. So we've got first name was this. Then we're going to copy that. Then we're going to say middle name. And we're going to say middle name. And then here we are going to say last name. So we've got some console writes there. Once we've done that, we will need a console, another console, right? So a big one this time. So we got first name has, so to find out the length, you would need full name dot length. So the dot length, that allows us to find the length of the string. So I'm going to call that last name. I'm going to call that last name. So whatever we call up here has to be called down here, otherwise the program's not going to work. So what I've done here, you've got hello, and the way we do it in C# is we do plus to separate the quote, wherever we've got in quotes, from the variable. But anyway, I'm going to run it, clear that, just so we can run it, and then what it's going to do, it's going to ask us to enter those names. And it's outputted our name, first name, middle name, surname. So my name's got 23 letters. So you've got six letters in the first name, 11 in the middle name, 6 in the last name. So this would be our full name that's been outputted. Okay, so that is that for a task. So I'll allow you to have a look at it so you can see my example on how it works. Yep. So remember, so we've declared the strings, asked the user for inputs, which are strings. We've concatenated the string. Full name basically equals first name plus middle name plus last name. Written out the code to say what it is, outputted it, and then we've outputted how many letters each letter has, each word has, and how long our names are, and how long our full name is. That is basically the task. Nice and easy. Next one. We need to write a program that prompts the user for the length of time in seconds. So our program needs to calculate the number of days, hours, minutes, and seconds that the time in seconds equates to. So if I was to type in 27, 39, 62, it's going to say 3 days, 4 hours, 6 minutes, 2 seconds. How are we going to do this? So luckily I will show you the code. So I will want something like int n. So when we're doing integer variables, it's just int n. So so we write the word int, and we could just say n. And then, like what we did in the string in the last task, we need console dot write line, and we're going to say enter a number. Semicolon. Then we're going to have n equals convert dot. Then we're going to do to int. You can do 32. Doesn't really matter. Then we're going to do console dot read line. Another set of brackets. Come outside both sets of closing brackets. Semicolon. So that's our code. That's getting us to, so we've prompted the user to input the length of time measured in seconds. So you might want to say enter here to make it more meaningful. Type in enter the length of time in seconds. Just to make it more, just to make the prompt more meaningful rather than just enter a number all the time. So you would have int day would equal n divided by 24 times by 3,600. Then you would have n equals n, which is going to be modulus. So the modulus operator, shift 5 for the modulus. So it's also called modulo. So I'm going to go and find out what it is, because I always forget to do this. So a modulo operation returns the remainder of or signed remainder of a division after one number has been divided by another. So that is modulo. If I was to do modulo in say C#, it gets a remainder. So that's what a modulo is. We are just using that to get a remainder. So we got n equals n, and then brackets 24. This is 24 hours in a day. And then we're going to do times by 3,600. So that works there. And then what we're going to do after that is we're going to have n modulus equal to 3,600. Int is going to be minutes equals n divided by 60, because there's 60 minutes in an hour, and n modulus equal to 60. Int second is just going to be equal to n. And then we're going to have a console write line telling us how long it actually equates to. So what have we got? So we've got day, got hour. So instead of having n equals n, we could have, we could just have int hour. Int hour in there. Yep, so we got int day 2460, n equals n minus 24. And what I should have done was also, I should have done int hour equals n divided by 3,600. So that's going to divide the hours. So if I was to click run, so what the code is going to do is going to ask us to enter. It's going to ask us to enter the length of time in seconds. So what does it say in the task? 273962. 273962. So that's 3 days, 4 hours, 6 minutes, 2 seconds. And yes, by George, we have got it. So what we've done is we've gone through, recapped on how to do input for integers, and we've gone through how to input using strings. And whilst we were doing that, we were able to get the length of each of those strings. Okay? And that, ladies and gentlemen, is essentially the video. If you've enjoyed this video, please remember to click that like button on this video, share it far and wide, and subscribe to my channel. And I look forward to making the next one for you very soon. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye for now.